Hey everyone, welcome into episode 18 of Tivoli Zoo. As I mentioned in the last episode with Ricey, that we're going to be joined by two more guest builders. You all know them very well. I'm joined with Iben and Wyatt.
Hello.
Hello.
So first of all, thank you guys so much. I have had a lot of restraint and not looked at any of the spoiler images you've posted on Discord. So all of this is going to be completely new to me, but this all started kind of, and I'll put up a photo on the screen. So I had asked Wyatt and Iben to help with some of the areas that I was a little bit stuck on in the zoo. And it kind of turned into a broader sort of change of this area. So we're, for reference here, this is Predator Ridge behind us, and we're headed into the coastal exhibit. And so Wyatt and Iben sent over a brilliant idea. I think it was Wyatt who had kind of started the ball rolling on it. But I'll let you kind of talk about it, because I'm not an expert when it comes to like where animals are regionally located. And so, yeah, I'll let you talk about the idea and how it kind of formed into what we see now.
Yeah, so one day after Iben and I were recording an episode of Tharmashadi, he showed me around the Tivoli file because he had access to it, and he wasn't really sure where to take things. And I was immediately overcome with inspiration, and I drew out this whole master plan connecting the coastal area, which is kind of set in like Alaska and the Pacific Northwest, and sort of crossing over the sort of Bering Sea into Siberia and Mongolia and China, and eventually ending in Southeast Asia where the Elephant Passage is. And I showed it to Iben, and then we ended up showing it to you, and that landed us both positions in this building, this current building project in Tivoli. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So when I saw it, I immediately thought it was an incredible idea. It's better than honestly the original master plan. It just harmonizes basically half the zoo together as one experience for people. So a really, really cool idea, and I'm excited to see how you guys kind of tied it all together. So off the bat, I see the sea eagle has been moved.
Yep. I don't remember exactly why we made that decision, but at some point I ended up moving it.
I do.
Oh, Iben knows. All right, take it.
Okay, so like the reason why we did all this rearranging was because when I talked to you about it, I said like, okay, but I don't know how to transition things, and you came up with the idea, and then we said like, oh, and these animals from this area are also found in the Asian area, so we moved those eagles closer to the Asian area.
Perfect.
Yeah, because stellar sea eagles.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we made it.
God, this is so cool, man.
Thank you.
This is so you've. I'll let you go, but you've done probably 2 or 3, I think, of habitat areas with kind of a coastal vibe to it, and so I was a little like, man, I hope I'm not like boring you creatively by asking you to help here, and you like did something totally new and different. I was not expecting this.
Oh yeah, because as you both mentioned, I'm apparently very good at this style. Which is weird to me because I find it so like kind of simple and relaxing to do. It's just the sort of like mining Alaskan town style with all these wooden shop fronts with sort of different shapes and stuff like that. But I really got to flex my muscles creatively in here, and it was all very rewarding. I think it's some of my best work.
Oh man, it is so good.
So there are those art-shaped animals. Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
The font shape animals at the top, like not those the ones at the top of the building.
Oh,
like
the
two.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. That's incredible. So these are just the font pieces, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're the commas and full stops from. I think I used the Noto font specifically.
God, that's so good, man.
And Lutra is the species of otter, I assume?
Yep, that's the genus name for which otter. I think it's the European one. But that building does have an interior, so...
Yeah, I want to head in here. I love the idea of using, like, the animals that are sort of in this trail area, you know, right in the front there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, this is
the boats. Oh, I love that. Yeah, okay.
holy shit, man, this is amazing. This canoe up
yeah.
here. Oh my gosh.
So I think now is as good a time as any to mention my references for this whole area, among which was the Yukon Bay section at, I'm going to butcher this, Erlebnis Zoo in Hanover, Germany.
Erlebnis Zoo, yes.
And,
oh, man.
yeah, there was this building that had this sort of A-frame with this big, like, canoe hanging down, and I just had to steal that.
Oh, man.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's like perfect little shop too for this whole area. It's like it hits all of the stuff that, you know, if you were trying to target the audience in this area that they would probably want to buy, kids would notice and want to come in. It's just perfect.
Yeah. Oh, the Beavertail Bakery.
And then I have a bunch of buildings that are purely facades. So this is one of those.
Oh my god!
I really love this like little window.
Yeah, you've got little pastries and stuff in there.
Yeah, and all those cakes and pies and stuff are by Drac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really amazing job on those.
Gosh,
I
that's
love
amazing. I love the little planters here too. Just a nice little touch.
Oh.
And I'm gonna swing around here. So once I swing around, do I need to like? What's the best way to go back through here? Did you do anything that way, or still go down through this tunnel here?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that way. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that way that I didn't really consider how we would approach walking through it in the video, but yeah, we can start heading left because there is stuff to see.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
this whole fictional.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So this whole fictional town area.
I recognize this.
We're gonna say Iben?
I recognize this. This is.
Oh yeah. So in my main project, Orwell Zoo, there are specific blueprints I made for my own sort of Alaska section, but I ended up demolishing most of it. But I did rescue some like signs and shop fronts that are sprinkled throughout this area because I didn't want them to go to waste. So. And yeah, the whole fictional town area is called Trillions, Alaska.
Nice. That's awesome.
Where they mine for minerals.
Right. Good old mineral trillions. Only the Bro Coaster people will get that joke. But this, I love this, how you... Because so for people that don't remember, and I'll put up a photo, so this was kind of... It was not themed. It just had that little like viewing area for the seal pups and kind of a shed for them. So this is a much better use of this whole entire area. I mean, one, you've got options for people to like sit. You've got some small quick service food. It's just a much better use of this entire area.
I love it. Well done, Wyatt.
Yeah, and that directional sign in the middle with all like the different cities and countries and stuff was also a rescue from Orwell that I didn't end up using, but
nice. I love that.
It's here now, so it has a home.
Oh,
I love it.
I love it too.
Thank you.
That's like I've been researching Alaskan towns, and that seems like a common theme, and I don't know why it is, but I love it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is so good.
Okay,
oh
Glacier Bay.
I'm gonna have to put up before and after of this because this is so much better.
So I was originally gonna leave this exhibit alone because I don't know, it was just pretty much finished, but my buildings eventually started creeping up on it, and I just kind of had to touch it because I don't know, I just can't help myself. But something I do want to mention is that working in Tharmashadi has its benefits because I have access to some very cool blueprints. Those being those cool rocks that are made by Romano Palacios that he used for the Chinese garden.
I'm guessing
but he like left he like left the set just like out, and I stole it. And it is in here now, being used for the rock work. And I just love the texture he managed to achieve with the faux rocks. It accentuates the existing rock blueprints we've got going in this area really nicely.
Yeah, it just does add a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Well done.
Gosh,
Thank you.
man, this is
Well
so
stolen.
Good. So
I mean,
good.
anyone who builds in Dharmashadi knows that you can steal whatever thing is in Dharmashadi, so... Oh,
Gosh, dude.
I love the Monsieur Frit sign.
I know.
That
was
so nice.
That was something I discovered for the first time, and it has that kind of nice rustic quality that fits really nicely within this area. So I decided to incorporate it. And there's a bunch of potato sacks out front that would be kind of doused with hardening material and bolted to the ground so the seals couldn't mess with them.
Oh yeah.
But just adds to the theming. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's all just set dressing.
Gosh, that's so cool, man. I love this so much. This is I was so stuck on all this area. It didn't feel finished to me, but I just didn't know what to do, and I couldn't have what you've done here. I couldn't have imagined this to execute it. So, gosh,
well done,
Thank
Wyatt.
you so much. I'm so glad you guys like it. And then you'll notice on the left.
Oh, you fixed the bleachers.
Yeah,
you're a freaking legend. Oh my gosh.
So there were the grandstands here, and there were you started working on little in-betweens for them so that it was kind of seamless, and I ended up finishing those and finishing up the structure and all the landscaping. So that's all done for you guys.
Yeah, so people the casual observer, this is all scenery. This is not, because these little things only are the sections here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then I'm standing on 1, 4 that actually function. But God, man,
they blend in so well.
Thank you so much for doing this, because it was on my list, and I'm oh man, when am I gonna do that?
It's been on your list for a long while, Ruble, because I've had
this
file. I had several versions of this file, and I've seen this unfinished for so long.
And I love the smaller plantings you did here, just to kind of indicate that it's maybe something that's been redone recently, and
That's
really good.
Yeah, it's one of the I think signatures of my style is the sort of new, fresh landscaping. I really enjoy achieving that look.
Yeah, you once did that for Thornton Hills, I believe, and there you really.
I think that's where it originated.
Yeah, and that was amazing.
Oh, and even gosh, this is so much better. Such better usage. Got actual drainage, irrigation that's been thought of here.
Oh, well done.
Oh, yeah,
I love
got
it.
a little riverbed, and I used some of the pebbles by Haribo that are just a bunch of the rocks stuck in the ground.
Oh, well done.
All kinds of detail there.
Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna have to put up before and afters here so people get a full, because I haven't been in this area in a long time, so I'll definitely so people can get an appreciation for how much better this is. So what when you do stuff like this, what's kind of your thought process? Do you draw from inspirational photos, or you just kind of think this area needs some sort of irrigation figuring out, and I want to freshen up the landscaping a little bit?
I think you pretty much nailed it. It's just I really wanted some more elevation changes in the area in terms of the areas that did have landscaping, because it was all just kind of barren ground with a couple trees, and I think I had real landscapes in mind when I did it, but I think the plants, especially the new ones from the conservation pack, got me most of the way there, because those are incredible.
Yeah, all the grasses and things like that are really, really nice in there.
Yeah,
I love this so much. By the way, this is I'd kind of thrown together what was here before. This actually looks like it was intentional. And you added some, because there was no sun protection, so I love that you've got that as an addition up there too. But it's just a nice little safe, secluded area for the seal pups.
I love it. Well done.
Yeah, that's so good. And then this rock face kind of jutting outward.
Yuri's fish
so
and
good.
fly. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back through here.
Yeah. So for yes, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So for all of my Stranger Things, for all my Stranger Things fans, Yuri's Fish and Fly is an actual set piece in the most recent season when the characters go to Alaska. And I was watching it at the time. I was building this
Spoilers for
area, and I
those
was
who
like,
are-
"Oh, this is iconic. I have to." Yeah, this is iconic. I have to put it in. So
It's amazing. I love this, and this is your sea otter exhibit. If I
yeah. So
correct?
this is a show area for the sea otters, which we had, but when we were trying to load into the file, it wasn't really working, and we kind of panicked and deleted all the mods. So there were sea otters in here, but you'll just have to imagine them. So yeah, this is where they would do like training demonstrations, and this like sort of facade is based on the one at the Georgia Aquarium where they have the sea lion show. And
So cool.
Something I really like is the wavy glass, kind of looking like a wave.
Oh.
And I've got like the
That's
got, like,
amazing.
the spotlights going in the
Yeah,
area.
and the rust,
and then
the rust on the.
Yeah, exactly. And then something I want to point out before we miss it is look where the glass meets the rockwork.
You have
over here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a
good
do
example.
the- oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
Buddy, yeah.
Well done.
That is
So
that
cool.
is a I cannot take credit for that. That's a remnant technique, but I just had to incorporate it.
It does.
That's
It
amazing.
does like completely sell it though. I mean, because that's how you look at any of those types of exhibits in a real zoo. I mean, they have to put in like silicone to bridge the gap between the glass and the rock texture. That's so cool.
That's something I've been really emphasizing in my recent work is that these things were made by human beings. They weren't just like grafted together with like magic. You have to add like glue, and you can't just make things overlap like magically, as I said. So yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And I continue that like all over.
This
Yeah.
this is, by the way,
Crazy.
this looks so much as like a sea otter exhibit. Like you captured the feeling of that so well. It instantly
Thank you so
reminds
much.
me of the one at Antwerp. So I love that. Amazing.
God, dude, this is so good. I
Thank
I
you
do
so
not
much.
feel worthy of your efforts here. This is so good. Like I said, I had no idea what to do with this whole area, and it was like a 3 or 4, and now it's like at 12.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
the trident. Oh,
Yeah. That's
oh I
Get
love
some-
that.
I had to cram some
Poutine
Bronation
and-
references in there.
That's
Yeah, you
awesome.
can get your poutine here.
I love
so
Because I was
perfect.
originally going to make this like a larger, more thorough, like fine dining experience, but I realized the big like longhouse you did on the other side
Yeah.
had kind of that, so I made this into a quick
Okay,
service place.
nice.
Yeah.
Remind us to kind of redo that indoor area now that we have the free built mod.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to, but I didn't really want to overstep my boundaries. So
I have a few props for that made like a long time ago, so maybe I should.
Okay.
Oh, the bus idea.
Yeah.
This is so,
So
cool.
this is the brand new Stellar Sea Eagle exhibit, and
Oh,
you've
I love that.
got kind of that reverse guest immersion with the bus like actually going through the glass, and the eagles can enter it as well, but just on the other side.
Dude.
I love that.
I cannot believe you did all of this. This is so good. Like I'm like at a loss for words. I got to pick my job off the floor. This is ridiculous.
I love
Oh,
it.
and then you get a little hint of
And-
what's to come too.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the sight lines with the mountains. You can see the other one towards the bottom left too, I think. Yeah.
This looks amazing, dude. Really well
And
done.
this bus is kind of a very deep cut. It is directly based on the one that Chris McCandless lived and died in.
Oh yeah.
You might have heard of Into the Wild.
Yeah.
That's the guy who went out into the Alaskan wilderness and lived in a bus for a few months, and that's directly the model it's based on. It's like an old transport bus that like miners used to get into the wilderness.
Like 70s style, right? Somewhere in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh, and got a little zoom app here.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't crash.
Got a little
No, it's
map. And then I didn't do much. I didn't do anything to the interior, but I added a little. Yeah, I added a little sign up front.
It's just a lot cleaner. It looks so. It's just a whole lot cleaner now. It looks really good.
And I added that like limestone trim to the.
Yeah, that looks good. It's nice texture. It
looks amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite as flat.
Yeah. Anything
Now
else
the
down
limestone.
Yeah, nothing down there.
Okay, cool.
But we can check it out if we want.
That's. Yeah, this is incredible. I love this so much. So I think you one of you I know was like, oh, we're gonna bump up the mountain a little bit. I can't remember, but it was definitely the right call because now it does act as like a, to use the Syl term weenie, kind of draws you over to that area.
Yeah, sure. That's certainly that mountain and not another mountain that I added.
Oh, that is it. Oh, so that's the mountain I'm thinking of from Carlos.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that the one directly behind the Eagles is brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I think it might be best to, if we exit this area, is to exit it from the
this
other.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 100% right on the longhouse. They definitely need to give that restaurant give it a proper look in here. But I think other than that, I think that's probably the only thing
that's
left.
the only thing.
Yeah.
Like it's I've been in that building multiple times, and it's one of the best things.
Just so people
ever
know what we're talking about. So we've got this in here that now that we've got the smaller little food shops and stuff, we can open this up and give it a proper sort of sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
That'll look awesome.
Yeah. Also,
I remember that I think I even sent you some pictures of the props that I made for this, so I might have to dig those up again.
yeah, that we definitely do. Okay, so I think we're going to do this in 2 episodes. So that is the bulk of Wyatt's work. Which Wyatt, thank you so much. Like this whole, I'm like really at a loss for words. It's so much better than what I had even. So I already had a high expectation of what you're gonna do, and it's so much better than even that. Like I don't really know what to say. Like it's so good.
Thank you so much.
It's amazing, man. It's really cool.
So awesome. Well, we'll go over here. So the next, which one already right off the bat, I can tell this, if people remember, and I'll try to put up a shot here. This area was very open and sort of just bleak with concrete. And so right off the bat, you can already see more theming. It just feels more like a master plan zoo. And I love this right here. So
this is still Wyatt. Wyatt added these rocks because I couldn't figure out what to do with this. I started building an arch, and it didn't look good. And I was like, Wyatt, help me with this.
Yeah. So on my little like master plan I put together, I specifically mentioned we should have some like rock work in this area just to kind of make this experience feel separate from this sort of entrance plaza.
Right, and then the tropical discovery over here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So but I see Iben added the title and the statue, so he helped.
Yay! I did things.
I did something.
That's hilarious. Cool. Well, yeah. So thank you again so much. And looking forward. Now we'll get into Iben's section here in the next episode. But you've seen a couple of sneak peeks, that mountaintop over there, and into here, and you can obviously see a little bit of a change in terms of this was very tropical before, and now we're getting more into the overall. Have you guys thought of like a name for the trail that we like this whole experience? Like I think it would be cool to have maybe some custom signage that talks about like the trail or something.
I really should do that, but yeah.
So yeah,
I think the consistency is just like the font we've been using for like the different titles of the areas, but otherwise, I don't have much of a name for it.
Yeah. That would be. We'll think about that because I think that's a good example of like something that would probably have like a corporate sponsor,
Definitely,
or something like that. So. But again, thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. And we will see you very quickly. You won't have to wait 6 months for the second part of this episode. So we'll see you when we record part 2, and we'll check out everything that Iben did in the file as well. So again, thank you so much, Wyatt. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in part 2.
Bye-bye.
Bye.